Welcome to the Parent Tech Support Show, where I empower parents with the tech knowledge they need to know to protect their kids online. My mission is to demystify parental controls, share practical tips, share important guides, and reveal all the tricks that kids know so that you can navigate the online world with confidence. I'm your host, Jack Hughes, and because I grew up in this age of digital devices, I have a lot of experience with getting around parental controls and doing stuff I wasn't allowed to. But those days are now over. Today, I use all my experience and inside information to help parents such as yourself protect their kids online. In today's episode, we're going to be diving into a crucial topic. I wish I didn't have to make this video, but we're going to be talking about the dangers of unrestricted internet access for kids. We're going to explore the various risks children face online and discuss strategies on how to mitigate these dangers. So, moving on to the first danger that children face online, which is exposure to inappropriate content. When you first think about inappropriate content online, you think of pornography, right? And we'll get to porn in a second, but there's other content online that is just as damaging, if not more damaging, to children. And the first one is violent material, graphic images or videos that can desensitize children to violence. Now, there is a lot of disturbing and violent things that can be found online, and I'll give a little example. There is a thing called the gauntlet, and kids run the gauntlet. And essentially, what the gauntlet is a series of videos, 30 to 60 videos of videos that increasingly get more and more graphic. And these are real life videos. It starts from a puppy getting run over by a car all the way up to a guy getting their head slowly sawed off by the Taliban. These are real videos. There are videos of animals getting blown up, terrible, nasty videos that no one should ever see in their life that desensitize you to violence, that really messes up your brain. I've never ran the gauntlet, but I've heard of people who have, and I've heard of how much damage that will do to their brains. I have, however, seen some violent videos on Twitter. Just the other day, I was just scrolling Twitter, looking at the news, and I saw a video of a deer getting hit by a car or a semi-truck and getting completely eviscerated. Then later on, I saw a video of a Russian soldier getting blown up by a Ukrainian drone from the Ukraine war. And all of this, I was just trying to check the news. All this violent material can really mess you up mentally and desensitizes you to violent. I can't imagine how bad it would be for a child for whose brain is still developing and who still have their innocence to watch these terrible videos. Another form of harmful content that is found online is hate speech and radicalization. There is so much content online promoting racism, sexism, other forms of discrimination. There's also so much content online that has racial slurs in it. For example, on Instagram, I can't go more than 10 videos without hearing the N-word or other racial slurs. Just think of modern music. You go to almost any rap song and you can't even count how many slurs you hear on your rap music or any rap music in general, to be honest. You also can find a lot of content online that leads people to become radicals. It would never be good to let your child, who can be easily influenced by people, to come in contact with these crazies online. And I'm not just talking about simple political stuff like your child listening to Donald Trump or Joe Rogan. I'm talking about your child stumbling upon crazies who say death to the Jews, or who say the Holocaust never happened, or who say, crazy, wacky stuff that is just not suitable for children who don't have solid reason to be watching these videos and who can be easily influenced by this radicalization. Moving on to the third type of content that children should not be exposed to online, and why they should not have free reign over the internet, and it's something I teased a few minutes ago, which is sexual content. It's probably the first thing you think about on harmful content online, but pornography or sexually explicit material is not suitable for young audiences. There has been dozens of studies on this topic, and there is so much porn online, it is almost impossible to avoid it. It is everywhere on social medias like Instagram and Twitter. Porn is on all sorts of forums like Reddit, Quora, Discord maybe, or not maybe even. In fact, did you know that it's reported that 9 out of 10 boys and 6 out of 10 girls are exposed to pornography online before the age of 18. Now, I don't believe those numbers. I believe they're higher than that, just because I can't think of a single guy under the age of 16 who have not seen porn. And I know more than 10. I know at least 50, right? And all of them have seen pornography at least once. Porn is everywhere online, and should be one of the primary reasons why you shouldn't let them online. In fact, did you know Pornhub, which is the biggest porn platform, receives more viewers than Netflix and Amazon combined? I mean, Netflix is the biggest online shopping website, one of the biggest websites. Netflix is probably the biggest video streaming platform, and Pornhub gets more viewers than Netflix and Amazon combined. That shows you how much people are using Pornhub and how much porn is out there. Also, another reason why your child should not have free reign of the internet, this didn't really have a nice, neat box to fit in, and that would be other negative, harmful content. I think of, for whatever reason, witchcraft comes to mind. There's a lot of witchcraft people. Whether or not that you believe that to be true, I don't know. That's for a different discussion. But either way, even if it's not true, it's something your child should not be obsessing over and reading about. There's a lot of people who promote that sort of stuff. There's also a lot of horror stories online that are just really weird. Essentially just really weird content that is just not suitable for children, and it's honestly probably not suitable for anyone. I think of just weird, creepy people online just saying their weird, creepy hobbies. I guess the second main reason why your child should not have free reign over the internet is online predators and grooming. Now, I'm sure most of you know what online predators and grooming is, but for those who don't know, sadly, there's really no easy way to explain this. Online predators look for children online to build a relationship with that child and then solicit sex from them. They use many different methods. Some use flattery, they use gifts. A lot of times they pretend to be someone the child's age. The child may unknowingly share their personal details. Predators might even persuade children to meet in person, in which case they either rape or convince them to have sex. They use a lot of emotional manipulation. They exploit children's emotions to gain control. Here's an example. In 2014, a 12-year-old girl from Baltimore was abducted by a man she met online. He had groomed her over time. Luckily, the FBI found her quickly, but that should still never, ever happen to any child. In fact, this happens way more often than you would ever think. In fact, the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, estimates that at any given time, there are approximately 500,000 online predators active daily. That's 500,000 of predators trying to solicit sex from your child. It is an absurd number and should be taken with caution, and should be another one of the primary reasons why children should not have free reign over the internet. And I'd say the third reason why your child should not have free reign over the internet is privacy and security reasons. Your child may overshare on social media. They may post addresses, school names, or daily routines. A lot of the times they'll use weak passwords. They can use easily guessable passwords. like password 1234, in which case their data can be easily stolen by hackers. You don't want your child's data stolen by hackers. Your child's data is very private, and I'm sure you know why you wouldn't want anyone to have your child's data, their age, their numbers. It's just not something good to have floating around the internet. And another reason why privacy and data security is a risk is your child, because they don't have good reasoning yet, they are easily susceptible to phishing scams or just scams from scammers in India or whatever. And they can click on malicious links, or they can share sensitive information with unverified sources. In fact, growing up, I actually had a run-in on one of these phishing scams. I got redirected by an ad or something, and I thought if I put in my address and did this and that I would have gotten a free iPad, and I almost did. But luckily, I was stopped by my older brother who knew better. But that's a little example. Children might just think they're getting a free iPad out of something or a free Xbox, and they can give away their information. They don't really have the sense that a lot of older parents do. I'd say the final reason why your child should not have free reign over the internet is addiction. It's no secret that stuff online is incredibly addictive. Let's take TikTok, for example. The entire app is made to keep you on it. So it's designed specifically to be addictive. It's not just TikTok, it's also Instagram or YouTube. Many other sites are designed to keep you on there. I mean, that's how they make their money. They make their money through ads. So if they want to make their money through ads, they got to keep their viewers on the app as long as possible and coming back to the app as long as possible. So these apps are designed by brain scientists to keep people on there as long as possible and to be as addictive as possible. And so it's no secret that us as adults can be addicted to these sites, but think about children. They don't have the discipline that adults do. I can't imagine how hard it would be to withhold yourself from going on these sites all the time. And this can cause a whole myriad of negative effects. Number one is preoccupation. People are constantly thinking about being online. They can also even suffer from withdrawal symptoms. They can suffer from irritability or depression when not online. Sometimes they also neglect their responsibilities. They ignore schoolwork or chores. In fact, I'm held responsible for this. I should have recorded this video 30 minutes ago, but I didn't because I was addicted to social media. I was wasting my time scrolling when I should have been recording this very video that you're hearing or seeing right now. Social media can cause sleep disorders. They can stay up late, leading to sleep deprivation. I mean, I'm guilty of this. I'm picking on myself right now, but last night I should have went to bed no later than 11, but instead I stayed up to 12 because I was addicted to social media. I mean, there's really no easy way to say it. And the social media also cause anxiety and depression. Due to online pressures or negative interactions, they can also cause reduced physical activity, leading to health issues like obesity and other health issues related to a stationary life. A study by the American Psychological Association found that starting around age 10, children's brains undergo a fundamental shift that spurs them to seek social rewards, including attention and approval from their peers. This makes them particularly vulnerable to the addictive nature of social media. Social media should stay far away from kids and their developing brains. Now, I've spent the last few minutes saying doom and gloom. What can you do? Well, for starters, don't give your child access to the internet before they're ready. That might mean don't let them have any devices. Don't let them access your computer. Don't give them a computer. Don't give them a phone. Just keep them physically off from devices that can access the internet. Or you could allow them to have a phone or a computer for texting or calling or maybe typing schoolwork on pages or whatnot. But you can use parental controls to completely block the internet. Or you can allow them to access certain things on the internet, but keep content filters on it so they can't access the bad stuff. Now, all of that is very confusing, and if you don't do that right, you can still compromise your child, and it's very important that you set up the parental controls correctly. I don't have time right now to get into all of that, but if you go on my website, you can get a free guide teaching you the basics of screen time and parental controls. You can get that by going to my website at parenttech.support and signing up for my newsletter, and then you'll get that guide there. Or if you just want to work with me directly, you can also sign up for that on my website. But that's all for this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. That helps other parents find my content. And if you also have any questions, don't hesitate to put it in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to get back on you and answer any questions you might have. Well, that's all for today, folks. Have a good week. Thank you.